I am now in the house we're moving into in less than 3 weeks. We're leaving London, we're moving to Shrewsbury. It wasn't on my bingo card for the year. It's not a decision that we made a very long time ago, and I really didn't think we'd leave London this year, but here we are. So we came up here today to collect the keys of this house and also to get some deliveries in because it is fully unfurnished. The places we lived in before were furnished. So we basically need to buy a whole lot of furniture and we need to ensure that we've got the essentials already in there for the day we officially move in. So today we've got a bed arriving, a mattress, table, some chairs. We need to take measurements for a washing machine, curtains, all these things. We also brought already a few boxes and suitcases from London with us today because, well, actually Ben bought a car. We had no need for a car in London, like in Shrewsbury. Bit different, we kind of need a car to get around, so Ben got a car in London and then we drove up here today. By the way, I'm not sure how this vlog is going to turn out. I appreciate that it's not really about running, but I also like to document my life outside running. So as of today, we are moving in exactly 2 weeks. I'm actually going away for 3 days, the first weekend of June. I've got a race in Spain and there should be a video of this on my channel by now. It's not the best timing, but I had planned this long before we decided to move. So yes, I've got even less days left. So why are we leaving London? Well, a lot of factors went into making this decision. We considered the short term, the long term, but let me give you the very long story short. Ultimately, we were in London because Ben needed to be here for work. I am self-employed, I can work from anywhere. I like London, Ben doesn't at all. And so recently he's been presented with the opportunity to take a bit of a different career path, and that would no longer require for him to be physically in London. It wasn't so long ago, I think maybe April, we decided, okay, we're moving. So then the question was, where do we move to? We considered going to Chester, where we lived before and we really enjoyed. But although Ben will mostly work from home at the beginning, he will have to sometimes be in Shrewsbury for work, probably more often as time goes on. And I don't really want him to waste a lot of time commuting. I really want him to get some of his time back. So it just makes sense to relocate to Shrewsbury straight away. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to absolutely love living in Shrewsbury. Also don't think I'm going to hate it. I just feel quite neutral about it. This is not where we're going to settle. I just see Shrewsbury as another chapter. I've just done my very last run in Victoria Park, where I have done so many laps in the past 12 and a bit months. And then my very last coffee at the coffee shop next door, where again I have been so many times as I was finishing my run before coming back here. I mean, the good thing about Shrewsbury is that there is no coffee shop next door, so at least I'm going to save a bit of money because it won't be as easy for me to go pick up a coffee after my run. I am feeling super nostalgic already because there's just a lot of last times this week. For instance, yesterday I went to my last Barry's class. There is no Barry's studio in Shrewsbury. And then I went to Rolala, which is my go-to spot for acai bowls and smoothie bowls and raw treats. And again, I highly doubt I'm going to find something like this in Shrewsbury. And I will be back in London for a weekend every now and then. So I will visit these places again, but it's not going to be the same. You know what I mean. I will really miss the variety and all the possibilities here. You can do pretty much anything you want in London. You have so many options. The thing is, you think you have time until you run out of time. I had this long list of things I wanted to do and see and experience in London, and I was taking my sweet time, and now we're leaving tomorrow, and I've not done half of the things that were on this list. But anyway, now is not the time to stop and think about it and be nostalgic, because I've got a lot to do today. Ben is doing his final day at the London office. We are moving out tomorrow morning. So today I need to finish packing everything up. I tried to do a lot of packing before going away to Madrid for 3 days, but still so much to do today. So yeah, let's just crack on. Early start to the day. We got up at 4 to do the last bits of packing and cleaning. It must be now about 5:15. I'm doing my very last train in London in the Olympic Park, where again I have done so much running in the past 12 months. So we've hired a man in a van to help us move everything today. The guy is supposed to turn up at 7, hence the early start, load everything up and drive our stuff, and also drive us to Shrewsbury, because Ben left his car in Shrewsbury, because obviously it's not really easy to park a car in London. So yes, that is it now. Final couple hours in London. So we left London just before 9. We got to Shrewsbury at around 12:45. We helped the guy unload the van. He left, and then the next step here for us was to start unpacking everything. We've unpacked the essentials that we're going to need for the next few days. We can't unpack everything because we're missing a whole lot of furniture, which are going to be delivered in the next few days. Sitting on wardrobes, chest of drawers, bedside tables, furniture for the living room. So we're going to be living out of suitcases and boxes for about a week. And right now Ben is putting together a couple chairs that we didn't get to assemble when we were in Shrewsbury a few weeks ago. And so that's where we're at. Yeah, it's been a busy day, but honestly, no drama. It was fairly smooth. It's gonna be interesting to explore different running routes in the next few weeks and hopefully find my go-to ones for the long runs and the sessions and everything in between. So this morning I'm going to try to get to the river. I kind of hope it's going to be a great training route, because I do like to run by a river. Just so Ben, who was doing his interval session by the river as well. I think it's going to be quite a reliable running route. Path is wide. Just don't know how long it goes on either side of the bridge. I'm almost halfway through my 10k run, so I'm gonna need to turn around anyway. But I think that's gonna be a good spot, especially for intervals, because it's flat and really good surface. I'm gonna need to learn how to get to the river in the quickest way possible without checking the map on my phone, because today I took so many wrong turns and I stopped so many times to check Google Maps. Oh, my orientation skills are just not great. But anyway, I know in this video I mostly talked about the negatives of living in London. Let's talk about the positives, because there are also quite a few. So first of all, we are going from a 2-bedroom flat to a 3-bedroom detached house. So we have a whole lot more space for half the rent we were paying in London. And here we're even going to be able to set up a little home gym. Over the years, we've collected dumbbells, kettlebells. Now we even have a bench, a barbell plate. In our London flat, there was no room to set this up and actually use the equipment, but here we can. Another point is I really enjoy change. And yes, maybe Shrewsbury wasn't on top of my list of the places I'd like to live in, but I just really enjoy novelty, a change of scenery, and this is why I've moved around so much in my life. And finally, here we are a whole lot closer to a lot of northern races that are really good and really competitive. For instance, the ones organized by Run Northwest and Run Cheshire. Traveling to these races from London, it was really an expedition. It would be a weekend away. From here, it's no big deal and it's much easier. So yes, all in all, it's not a bad place to be. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it wasn't my usual running content. I still hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.